Hello friends, welcome back to our CCNA 200-301 series. Today is day 53. That is video number 53. As per our subscriber request, I am making one more video for ACL. Actually, our plan is to make the NAT video on NAT, but as per our subscriber request, I am making one more video on ACL. In this, we are going to discuss about name ACL. As in our last video we discussed numbered extended ACL. Now we are going to see how we can implement and how we can apply the extended name ACL. So see here, I wrote here syntax to just have the idea. In extended name ACL, first we need to write IP access list, then we need to write extended. If we want to write extended, we will write extended. If we want to write standard, then we will write standard. This is a name version. Before we done number version, now we are doing for name version. So after this we need to write any name. We can give any name, whatever name we want to give. Then same thing, we will write permit or deny, then protocol, then source address and source wildcard mask, destination address, destination wildcard mask, and operator and the service which we want to do. And at last we will write permit IP any. Then we need to implement in the interface depending upon the which interface on which router we need to do. We will go to that interface, and then we will write IP access group, then ACL name, whatever name we created here, same name, and then if it is the input, then we will write in. If it is output, then we will write out. Okay, that is inbound, outbound. See, this is a one router, another router, we have two router. Okay, and we are applying the access list to this router. Example, this is my system, this is switch, we have one network here, many system connected here, we have some system here connected here. Okay, and we are accessing this. If I say this is a google.com 8.8.8, so I want to block to this network as well as this network some services. So what I can do, I can apply the ACL in this interface. How and why? See here, how traffic will go like this. Okay, so we are saying going inside to this router. If it is going to inside to the router, we will write inbound. If it is coming here also, if you consider, it is also going to inside the router, so we will say inbound. And here coming from the router, so leaving the router, so we can say outbound. So we are applying to outbound, so we will write out in this scenario. Just I explain because some of the guys is having still confusion, that's why I explain this one. So now our main thing, we already discussed the syntax, how to implement and how to write this one. Now we will do one lab. In this lab we have some tasks, we need to implement the task. So let me show you what first task, configure the telnet in R2. So this is a network given, we need to configure the telnet in R2. So in this router we need to configure telnet. Okay, so what we will do, we will configure the telnet in this network. After that we are going to check all the PC can telnet to R2 and ping R1 and R2. So what we are going to do, after that we need to check with this PC and this PC and this PC. With these three PC we need to check these, they can telnet this R2. Okay, and they can ping to R1 and R2, they can ping to this both router, we need to check. And after that, now we need to configure and apply the name extended ACL on router 1. He is giving the router 1, so we need to create the access list in here and apply here as given below. So they given the two condition, we need to apply access list so these two condition can follow. So what is the first condition? Permit telnet for the PC 1 to R2. So as we need to configure telnet here, so we will have telnet here. Okay, then we check all PCs are accessing the telnet, then we need to allow to this PC and other PC should not telnet. So we need to cancel this two PC for telnet, only this PC can telnet. Okay, here see, telnet to R2 must be denied for all other PCs in the network, only PC1 can access. Then we have permit ping to PC2, so this PC can ping PC2. Okay, PC2 can ping to R2, so PC2 can ping to R2, and ping to R2 must be denied to all other PC. So all other PC should not ping. So this should not ping, this should not ping. So we need to do this two thing by using ACL. Which ACL we are using? We are going to use name extended as ACL. Okay. So I wrote the configuration. Let me show you. Then we are going to do the lab in Packet Tracer. See here what I wrote here. If you see in the configuration, I wrote here. First of all, whenever we are going to create the extended name ACL, we need to write IP access list, then extended, then we need to give any name. I am giving name ABC. Then whatever permit or deny we need to write. So I wrote permit and TCP. Why I am writing TCP? Because we know that telnet come in TCP protocol. How we know? Let me show you one box. I hope you remember. Before I told you we need to remember this table where I told, see here, telnet is TCP and the port number is 23 as we discussed before. So for that purpose what I done, if you see here, I wrote here permit TCP host. What is a host? This is a host, PC1. Whatever IP address we need to write PC1, and then again host. And what is the IP address for this router which we are going to allow the telnet? 192.168.3.2. And then we will write the operator that is equal to telnet. Okay. Maybe you are confused why we are not writing the wildcard mask. As in our last video we already discussed, when we want to block complete network, that time we are using to use wildcard mask. If we are blocking or permitting single thing, no need to use wildcard. We can do directly like this. So now second thing, first thing we are permitting telnet to PC1. Second one, deny TCP 192.168.1.0. This is a network ID. This is a network ID of the network 1.0. So this network is 1.0. I am blocking this whole thing 1.0. What I am saying 1.0. You know how we can calculate the network ID. In our last video we already discussed. If you have any confusion how to calculate, how we can calculate the network ID, you can watch that one. Okay. So here I wrote the network ID because I am blocking the whole network. What I can do, if I am blocking the whole network, so I can write the source subnet mask. I wrote the source subnet mask, and I am blocking only this service, that is only one thing. Then I wrote, that's why I wrote only IP address of the router R2 192.168.3.2 equal to operator telnet. So this all network should not access the telnet, only this PC can access. Then what I am doing to this PC permit ICMP. What I am writing? Permit ICMP. Why I am writing ICMP? Because if we want to get reply, if we want to ping, we will use ICMP protocol. So I am saying permit ICMP host 192.168.1.3. As we told, this PC should ping to this router, other PC should not ping. So I am asking permit ICMP host this one to the host this IP, that is echo, and if reply need to come, we need to write echo reply. So these two command for same thing. After that what I am saying, deny ICMP, deny the ICMP means reply ping command should be denied to this network 192.168.1.0 1.0, this whole network. And after that 0, I will write the wildcard mask 0.0.0.255 host and this one. So only permit to this network, this one, and deny to all. I am giving that one. Okay. Did you understand our confusion? Now I can write two more commands for this PC. Let me show you. So if you see here, for this network we did not write ACL, so we need to write for this network also 192.168.2.1. So what we can say, I am denying the telnet for this network. So I will copy the same command, that is denying this one. Let me copy here and then I will press enter and I will paste here. I will change this to 2.0. 2.0 means this one. 2.0, this will be 2.0.1. So I will write 2.0.1 and I will remove this source one, this host. So here we are denying this PC also should not telnet. Okay, so now we will see after that what command we have. As per this instruction I am doing this one. First one, permit only PC1. First one permitting the PC1 to access the telnet. Then first network is blocked and the second network PC is also blocked for telnet. So first point is finished. Second one, permit ping PC2 to R2. So PC2 means this one. So PC2 I am allowing the permit ICMP, this one echo and permit and deny this one for this complete network. So after that I will write one more command here, same this command for the network 2 also. For this network, this one I am saying this one. So deny 192.168.2.2 because this is 2.2, right? Same thing as we done here, 2. This IP 2.1 means here should come 2.2. So here also 2.2. 2.2, here also 2.2. Anyhow, when we do, we will change. Just I wrote this whatever I have in my mind and which host, this one. So I wrote this IP address and then echo. And next we can write, we will see, no problem. This is the general what I thought when we are thinking, we wrote this one. And then we are going to execute and we are doing to check and we are doing to troubleshoot. At last we need to write permit IP any, we will write that one. And then we will go to the interface, which interface, this one. Whatever this interface number, we need to write that number. And then we need to write IP access group and whatever group I created ABC, same that group I need to write here. Then if it is coming outside, all the traffic is going inside here, but coming outside here. So I will write out. So it will block to all the network traffic. This is a basic concept as we learned from last video. So now what we can do, we can try to do this one depending upon our knowledge, and we are going to change maybe some commands here depending upon how we can apply or we cannot apply. Okay, so let me bring the packet tracer. I will remove the OneNote. So now we are going to do the lab in the packet tracer as per our some of the subscriber if they are facing issue. So what I will do from the scratch, so they will have the idea how to take the PC and all this one. So I will take one switch. I am taking one switch here, and then let me take 2 PC. I will take 2 PC here. I have PC1 and PC2 here. Then what we will do, after that we have router. So let me take router. I will take 2 router. One router is here and we will take one more router is here. Okay, and then we will take one more switch, same design what I shown you in OneNote. I am doing that one. Then we will have one more PC here. This is a one more PC. Okay, so this is the our scenario I am designing. Now I will take the cable. This is the cable is connected to this switch. This cable is connected to, let me cancel this, and I will take the cable again, and then this cable is connected to this switch. After that I will take the cable from this PC to this switch, and I wrote some configuration in the notepad. Depending upon that one we will have the cable connection, else we will have the, we need to change the configuration. So I am thinking this is 1.1. so I will connect this port to this. This is 1.1, F0 by 0. This is F0 by 0, and we will have then F1 by 0 and F0 by 1. So this is the network 3. So let me take this one to this. So here F0 by 1. This is F0 by 1. What I taken? F0 by 1. So it is coming 0 by 1. So we will change, no problem. Or let me cancel this, connect first this router. Let me do this. Oh, what happened? Struck my packet tracer, or already let me select other thing, maybe my PC hang. Now it is okay. So I will connect this to this one. If you say F0 by 1, yeah, what configuration I wrote? F0 by 1. F0 by 1, this is this IP, okay. Then I will connect this one. This I will connect to this, okay. See, the cable cannot connect. So what I can do, I can bring the more interface. How we are bringing? We need to open the router like this, and then the switch of the router here, and then I will take this card I will insert here, then I will switch on the router, and then we can try to connect. Then I will connect here F1 by 0. So let's see what we wrote here. F1 by 0. F1 by 0. So now it is okay. So what I will do, I will put the labels here. What we wrote 192.168 192.168 1.1. okay. So this is let me move this here. Let me zoom in. Maybe you are not getting. I hope now it is clear to you. So I will take here this interface 192.168 3.1. then here if you see 192.168 3.2. okay. And if you see here, I will write 192.168 then 2.1. So I hope you understand, right, how I assign this. Whatever is present in our network, I use that one. You want to change, you can change. Whatever you want to take, you can take, okay. So these are the IP address. Now I will do the here IP address 192.168 1.2. okay, this is 1.2. so I will take see this, because some guys are having still confusion, they are not assigning the default gateway. So that's why I am doing this one. Default gateway we need to do whenever router is connected. The router interface IP is the default gateway. So this is the default gateway. So I will go here and I will rename this as a IP3, this one .3. I will copy this .3, then I will go to desktop. Here again I will paste the config, this one, and subnet mask we will get by default, then 1.1. So this is our PC. I already assigned. Let me assign here. This is a different network, that is 192.168.2.2. this is 2.2. so now I will go inside the router desktop, then here, then I will I will put the default gateway, the router interface IP, this one. So the PCs already have the IP addresses, and now we need to configure the router. So let me configure. I already wrote the configuration for router. You know how we can configure the router from long time, right? Let me show you. Here we go to the interface, the enable mode, config T, change the router name and assign the IP address to the interface F0 by 0. Let's see the interface is correct or not. If you see this one, interface F0 by 0, this IP address 192.168.1.1 and this subnet mask, no shed. Then if you see F1 by 0, this one F1 by 0, 192.168 2.1. This is also okay. If you see F0 by 1, this one F0 by 1 and 192.168 3.1 and no shed. So these all are okay. We are doing here RIP version 2. We need to run any protocol in between two routers so they can communicate, they can share the network information. We can do RIP, OSPF or EIGRP, anyone. So I am writing RIP. How we will write RIP? Router RIP, then version 2, no auto summary, then network ID. Whatever network we have, this one, this one, this one. So we need to write network ID. If you don't know how to calculate the network ID, in our previous video, I already shown. Try to look that one and learn. Try to watch that video. You will have the idea. Okay. So this is already configured. So let me take the till here. I will take first of all. So I will have the IP address. I will go inside the router in the CLI, and first time we need to write no. I will write no. Then I will paste the configuration. So it will have the IP address. So all configuration is okay. No error, nothing. Now just I will say show IP interface brief to check the IP address, we assign 3 IP address, this one. Okay, so now I will go here, I will take this one, the RIP configuration. So let me go to the global configuration mode and then I will paste the configuration. So I paste the configuration, everything is okay, no issue. So now I can go to the second router. Before going to second router, we need to verify what configuration I wrote, that is okay or not for second router. This is the router 2. Let me rename the router name also. See here, you can go here and do the R1 and here R2. This is R and here I will change to R2. So no confusion, we will not have any confusion. So let's see in this notepad what I wrote. Interface F0 by 0, 192.168, 3.2. This is 3.2 subnet mask and this all are okay. So I will copy this configuration. I will go inside the router in the CLI and then I will write here no, and then we will paste the configuration here. Okay. So everything is okay, no issue. If I want to check, I can write show IP interface brief. Then we will get the IP addresses assigned here. Here we assign 3.2. Actually this should be 3.1. 3.2. Why we correct? Yeah, 3.2 here, this one, because 3.1 we have already here. This is 3.2. So IP address is assigned. We need to configure RIP here. So what I will do, before configuring, I am enabling the password. You know how to enable the password, right? Before we learn this one, if I want to enable the password, I can enable, right? Let me show you how to enable. If we want to do any configuration, we will go in the global configuration, then we will write enable password. I will write Cisco. Okay. So if I enable this one like then I came outside. If I want to go inside, I will write in, then it will ask me the password. Just now I enable, so I will write Cisco, then I am inside. Okay. So this is the enable password. When we are going to configure the telnet, we need to enable this password also. Okay. So the guy who is telnetting, they will get this password option. In our previous video, we already shown this one, so no worries. So after that, we need to do the RIP. So till here is RIP. I will do the RIP configuration, and you know the RIP, how we will write router RIP version 2, no auto summary, then network, whatever network we have in that router, we need to write that network ID. So this is okay. I will do the config T, then I will paste the configuration. So now finish, RIP is also done. Now we will check show IP root. So we will get, still we did not get, it will take some time, then we will have the root. Still we did not get. Did we configure correct or no? Check here, router RIP version 2, no auto summary. We assign 192.168 3.0. We should have the RIP. Now it came. See here, it will take some time, then we will have. We are getting this 2 root. This is root 192.168 1.0 is getting from 192.168.3.1 network. Okay, so we have the root. So what we can do, we can configure the telnet here. If we want to configure the telnet, how we will configure? We need to go to global configuration mode. Then we need to go to LAN VTY 0 to 4 means 4 user can access. That is 0 to 4 means 0 to 3 means 4 user. If we write 0 to 4, then 5 user can access the telnet. So I will write line 0 to 4, then password I will assign password. We can give 1 2 3 4 5. Okay. This is a telnet password. Remember, telnet password is 1 2 3 4 5, and in the router password is Cisco. After that, we need to write login. Okay. So this telnet is configured. So I will save the configuration. I will write WR. So this one is okay. And then if you see here, I will go to this router also. I will write WR. So this is also okay. And if you see what is our lab commands, let me bring the points here, so we can perform our lab here. Let me take this and I will paste here. This is a lab detail, whatever is mentioned. This is our lab. So configure the telnet in R2. So just now we configure. Now check all the PC can telnet to R2 and ping R1 and R2. So we need to check from all the computer that we can telnet to this router or not. and then we need to check we can ping this router and this router or not. Okay, so what I will do, I will go here first this PC1, and I will go in CLI, then I am going to telnet. What is the IP address for the router R2? 192.168.3.2. so we need to write 192.168.3.2. see, it is asking me the username, so we are able to telnet. What we wrote, telnet 12345, telnet password is 12345. so we are inside the router R2, and what password we give here to go from enable the router, which password we write? Cisco, right? First we will press enable, then it will ask the password, then we will write Cisco. So we are inside the router. We can check here, we will write show run, so we will get all the router configuration. So we are able to telnet the router R2 from the computer 1. This is PC1. So this is okay. We need to perform here also, we need to check we can do or not from the PC2. So we will do here also telnet and 192.168.3.2. so here also it is asking what is the password, 12345, and here we can access, and here is Cisco, so we can access from this PC also, we can access. Then from here we need to verify, so we will go here and we will write ping 192.168.3.2 or sorry, not ping, actually we need to do telnet. We need to check ping also in next command. So telnet 192.168.3.2. so here it is asking, so I will write what is the password, 12345. I wrote wrong password, let me maximize this, then we will do the telnet again, telnet password 12345. so I am here inside router, I need to go to enable mode, then here password is Cisco. So we are able to access the telnet for the router 2 from this all 3 PC. So this one is finished. We need to check only we can ping or not. So I will go here, let me exit the telnet here, I will go exit. Now we need to ping that one, 192.168.3.2. so ping reply is coming, so we are able to ping. So this point is also okay. We need to check same thing here also. If we can telnet, then we can ping also. But let's see, whatever he is asking, we will do that one in the question, 192.168.3.2. reply is coming for this one also. So we will go to this PC. Already we check here ping reply is coming, but anyhow we will do, I will ping 192.168.3.2. sorry, I wrote 332 3.2. reply is coming. So this first point, check all the PC can telnet to R2 and ping to R1 and R2. R1 we did not ping, so R1 we are going to ping. What is this? This is the IP address. We already know because we are able to ping, then that's why we are pinging this one. So no need to ping this one, already we know because it is working, that's why we are accessing this one. So this we can say it is pinging. So first second point finish. Now we need to configure and apply the name ACL on the router R1 as follow. So R1, so we need to, I will go in this router and now we are going to do the ACL. Okay, so we will read the instruction and we will perform the ACL. So what he is giving, configure and apply the named ACL on the router R1. First point he is giving, permit telnet from PC1 to R2. So PC1 means this one, I am saying PC1. So let's start. As we have the basic idea how to configure the telnet, so we will try. Okay, so let's go to the configuration mode, and if I want to do the telnet, do the access list, which one we are going to do? He mentioned name extended ACL. So name extended ACL, how is the syntax? We need to write IP access list, then extended. If you have confusion, you can put the question mark like this. So it will ask you need to do extended or standard. So we can do any one, but in question it is given extended. So we are going to do extended. Then we will write extended. Then if you have any question, give space and put question mark. Here is asking number or name. If we are using, we can give this one. So name we are using, so we will give the name. So I will give ABC. ABC. Okay. So this I created the main one. Now we need to do deny or allow, deny or allow, permit, that one. So I will write permit. First one I need to allow, right? The first computer that is here, it is giving the permit the PC1. So this is a PC1. I need to permit this guy to telnet this one. So what I will write here, permit then TCP, because telnet protocol is TCP. Then I need host, because I am giving to only one PC. So I will write host. Then IP address of this PC. What is the IP address for this PC1? I am saying 192.168.1.2. Okay. Then I will write again host, because this router I am treating host. So I will write, because only one device, I will write 192.168.3.2, because the router what is the IP address 192.168.3.2. So I will write 192.168.3.2. Okay. So I am asking permit this. Then after that, operator equal to then telnet. Are you able to see or confusion? Let me move little up here. See here, let me move more if I can do, or maybe you will have confusion, so that's why I am making a little bigger. Then I will press enter. So what I am saying, allow to this PC to telnet this one. Okay. Now I need to deny this whole network, other PCs. So what I will do, I will write deny, DEN. Then if we press tab, it will come. Then TCP. Then I need to deny a whole network. Then I will write 192.168.1.network ID. Then subnet wildcard mask 0.0.255, right? 255 0.0.0.255, 3 times 0, then 255, then space, then host, and press tab, so it will come all. Then we need to write IP address 192.168.3.2, 3.2, right? This is same this one. So 3.2, then space equal, we will write equal, then telnet. So this one deny to all network. After that we need to deny to this network also, right? See this network. So I will write to this network also. What I will write, or we have only one PC, so I will deny to this one PC only. I can deny to one PC, or if I want to deny, I can deny to whole network also, our wish. So I will deny to one PC. How we will deny? We will write deny TCP, then the IP address of the computer. Before that one we need to write host, then IP address 192.168.2.2, then host again, and then IP address of the router 192.168.3.2, then equal to telnet. Check here, what is the IP address here? 192.168.2.2. So I wrote 192.168.2.2, and the host, this IP address, the router IP address 192.168.3.2, and equal to telnet. Okay. So I will press this one. Okay. Now first one, this one is finished. Permit the telnet for the PC1, and telnet to R2 must be deny for all the PC in the network. So this command is finished. Now we will go for the permit ping for PC2 to R2. So for PC2 we need to allow the permit. So I will write this one. What I can do, I will write permit then PC2. What is the IP address for the PC2? First of all we will write TCP. Ping means ICMP. For ping we will write ICMP. Then after that ICMP we will write host, and what is the IP address for this one? 192.168.1.3. okay. And then we will write host, again host, and then IP address 192.168.3.2, right, and equal, then I will write echo, echo, and if we press question mark we will have here also. Let me write question mark, is giving the echo, let's see, equal echo dash Let's write echo is not taking, we missed something. Let's see, permit ICMP 192.168.1.3, then this host and equal operator we are writing. Let me do from here question mark. See here, echo, no need to write equal. See here I am writing equal, but here no need to write equal. If we want to assign the telnet or other thing, we will write that one, but here echo directly we will write. For pinging, for reply we need to write echo reply. See here, if you have confusion whenever you face, you can write question mark here. So what I will do, I will write echo, echo. So this one is okay. For same thing I will write echo dash reply. Okay, so this is permit for the PC 192.168.1.3. now we need to deny for whole network. So what we will write, deny ICMP whole network is, we will write the whole network detail, like 192.168.1.0. okay, and then I will write wildcard mask 0.0.0.255, and then I will write here host, then 192.168.3.2, and then echo. I will write echo echo, and I will write same thing echo reply. Okay, so I deny. For this network it is finished. Now I need to do for this one also. So for one PC we can do, or we can do for whole network. So I am denying, deny ICMP. For one PC I will write host. What is the host IP address here? 192.168.2.2. So I will write 192.168.2.2, then host 192.168.3.2, and then echo, enter, and then echo minus reply. Okay, so this is we apply. Then we need to write permit. At last, remember, permit IP any. So we will write here permit IP any. Then I press enter. Then I will write exit. I will go to the interface. Which interface I need to apply? I am going to apply to this interface. Okay, so what I will do, I will go interface F0 by 1. Then I will write IP access group ABC I wrote, then out. So I apply now. Now I will exit. I will write save the configuration. So our configuration is done now. I will press fast forward, so all the commands executed. So our configuration is ready. Now we are going to see we can telnet from here or not. Okay, so let's see whatever we done, it is working or we need to change anything. Let's see. First we will see telnet, then 192.168.2.3.2. see, telnet is working for this PC because we wrote the PC2 should be telnet, so it is working. Telnet is working. Okay, and password is Cisco we wrote, so this is working. So I will exit. Now we should not ping, so I will write 192.168.3.2. so we should see destination host unreachable. So the PC1, that is 192.168.1.2, is able to telnet, but he is unable to ping as per our access list. So this condition, where we have the condition, this condition he can ping, and all the PC, this one we finish, this one we are looking, the third point. Let me zoom more so you can read. I hope you can read this one, right? You are getting this. This one permit telnet the PC1. So PC1, this one is able to telnet this one, and whereas here we are seeing deny for the ping. This PC should not ping, but he can telnet. So this one is okay. now working. So this one should not ping, this one should ping, but he should not telnet as per our list. So we will go here in the CLI, we will write ping 192.168.3.2. so this computer should ping, but he should not telnet, so he's pinging. Now what we can do, we will write telnet 192.168.3.2. see, trying and it is stopping. We are unable to telnet. Here see what he is giving. Let me show you. He is giving connection timeout, remote host not responding, because from access list we disable, that's why it is not telnetting. Let me try again what we will get. So our access list is working fine. See, so what we can say, from this PC we are able to ping this router, that is R2, but we are unable to telnet this router. And now we are going to test this PC. From this PC we should not telnet, we should not ping also. So let's go here. Let me do the telnet or ping, anything. I will ping first. Destination host unreachable. So this guy is unable to ping. Now we will see he can telnet or not. See, this guy is unable to telnet also. This guy is unable to telnet. Okay, see, hence proof our access list is successfully done. I hope you understand and you enjoy this video. As per our subscriber request, I am doing this one. Let me show you. See, our data is flowing like this is going, okay, and if it is going like this. So what I done, by seeing this one, I decided way to apply. If I want to apply, I can apply here, or I need to apply here. So it is not advisable to apply 2 times, here and here, the ACL. So it is good to apply to this one point and write the output. So whatever output is coming for this router, apply that our commands to that one. Okay, and whatever signal is going inside the router, the packets, we are saying that is inbound, and whatever is coming outside, we are saying that is outbound. Simple, right? So hence proof, we done our ACL, and our whatever we think and whatever we wrote as per our mind, that is successfully done. Let me show you our configuration again, so you will have that one. See, this is a configuration what we done. I think we done same thing, right? Or you can watch the video and write the comments. Watch the video and write in the notepad. Or if you want the configuration, what we can do here also, we can do here also. Go to that same router and write show IP access list. See, this is the access list what we apply. We can copy from here to here. Let me copy and paste in the packet tracer. So whenever you are doing, you can have the look. See this one. Let me show you. This one we will remove the number, because we are not writing this number. This number is coming by default. The 10 one I will remove. This 20, 30, 40, 50 we will remove. Other than this number we are giving only. Okay, or let me remove, no problem. This is a configuration. Actually what is my aim to show you. Let me paste here in the below. I will paste here and I will remove this number, because maybe you can send me your email or WhatsApp me, so I will give you this configuration, so it is easy for you to practice, but try to do with your own. Okay, so see, this is our configuration. This is our telnet configuration, whatever we done, and no need for this one. This is match. Actually how many time we done, that is coming, so no need for this one. We will remove this. So this is a configuration, whatever we done. Just I am arranging this one, so you will not have any issue what commands I wrote. This is the command I wrote by my own, so you will not face the issue. Let me paste here. So if you are requesting the file, so I can give you this packet tracer file. So with that one you will have the configuration and everything. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video and you like this video. If you like the video, press the thumb like our video and also share with your friend who is interested in CCNA 200-301 series. And very soon next video will be NAT, network address translation. We are accessing the internet with the help of NAT. NAT is used to change our public IP address into change our private IP address into public IP address. With the help of NAT, we are able to access the internet. So we are going to discuss more detail about NAT in our next video. Thank you. See you. Bye.